With the upcoming holiday season approaching, millions of dogs and cats will be put up for adoption. But only a small percentage of those animals will get adopted due to the purchasing of pets from pet stores, and they're profiting off of cutting corners when it comes to pet safety and health. The adoption is such a better way to get a pet for your family because you're more likely to find a better fit for your family dynamic. With a wide range of choices, you're not supporting horrible pet companies and you're giving an animal a second chance at life. Every year, there are hundreds of animals bought from pet stores and then abandoned, especially puppies. Parents buy them for their kids, they have fun with them, and then the dog gets older and it's not a puppy anymore technically, or it gets more aggressive and they just become unwanted and they're thrown out or they're put in shelters. There are currently 3.3 million dogs in shelters and there's 3.2 million cats in shelters. And of that number, which is 6.5 million, only half get adopted each year. And unfortunately, some have to be euthanized because they don't have enough room in the shelters for them, and that's 1.5 million animals that have to be killed each year. And mostly it's these older dogs and cats that can't find a home. But we can stop the innocent deaths of animals by simply not shopping at pet stores. There are a few corporate businesses making a profit off cheaply producing puppies and kittens and that are treated horribly with no safe conditions with no proper vet care, which leads to sickness and to death. There's currently no standard for puppy mills, and these mills are packed full of animals mostly suffering in heat or cold depending on location. The mother dogs used for breeding are often given no recovery time between litters, which isn't humane at all. And inbreeding happens a lot. If a puppy is born without desired features of its breed, they will often kill them or just throw them out. The biggest company that's a part of this issue is Petland. If you don't already know, Petland has had multiple lawsuits, multiple complaints made against them for the treatment of animals, from falsifying breeding records to just not having proper food and water in the cages for them and not giving them any vet care. So then you adopt these little puppies and they're sick and you take them to the vet and it's expensive, and most of them almost pretty much always die, which is not good at all. There are 10,000 mills in America and there's 140 Petland stores in America. And if you're in an area with puppy mills, if you're aware of a situation where bad breeding is happening, please call your local shelter organization like ASPCA or the Humane Society. If a situation is really out of control, please contact Animal Control. Animal Control gets a bad reputation for being cruel to animals. However, that's not the case. They're experts and they will save the animal from the dangerous environment as safe as they possibly can, and they mostly turn them into a shelter anyway. So please, I encourage you to adopt from a shelter when wanting to get a pet, and do not shop at Petland. Other pet stores like Petco and PetSmart team up with local shelters in the area to help pets in need find homes, which is really great, and you can go there instead of going to this other horrible store. Now, I know adopting dogs and cats can't be a full-time job unless you're a crazy cat lady. If you're looking for a pet, please consider adoption. And most people adopt anyway, which is great. I chose this topic because it's close to my heart, and I know that a lot of people support that anyway, which is great, but we need to keep that going until it's not a problem anymore. However, a lot of people don't know how to spread awareness for it, and so let me show you. Here's how to start. There's a slogan, adopt, don't shop. You can use the hashtag to social media regarding when you adopt a pet or when sharing stories of Petland treatment. A lot of people don't know how bad Petland is. They're good at covering up. It makes the news, but it's not like on social media where a lot of young people see it, and that's where the issue is the young people. They bring them in, hey, look at this puppy. He would be so cute in that, you just bought an apartment, you need a companion, and then they buy this puppy. But if we do it more to social media, share this more, you're more likely to get a better effect. Many Petland retail stores have already shut down anyway, So let's keep that going. For puppy mills, if you're aware of a business that's not ethically producing animals, please contact animal control or your local shelter. Also, donate items to your local shelters in your area, but most importantly, donate your time. These animals need recovery. They need to be able to trust people again, to have love again, and most of them are really shy and timid and scared when they come in. And so for them to be around other people, other than just the same four workers who are always there, and to see different people at different times helps them build that trust again, helps them build that bond again. And maybe you can go volunteer and fall in love with a dog or a cat and adopt them, which is great. So to conclude, there's a lot of issues with purchasing pets. The best thing that a person could do is to adopt a dog or cat and be responsible in that ownership, and make sure you take care of them, make sure they don't get lost, and even if they may drive you crazy, don't throw them out on the street, and just be responsible with them. Since last year, there's been more pets adopted from shelters and less put into shelters, which is great. With times like now, with COVID and quarantine, it can get lonely, and these pets are lonely, and if you're lonely, you may find a companion, and they could give you, and you're giving them a second chance at life, and they may give you a second chance at life too.